Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Big D Combos with your girl, Destiny Payton, and my special guest, Miss Sonia on air. Hello.
Hi.
Do you want to introduce
Hi.
yourself to the people?
Yes, everyone. My name is Sonia Hudson Payne, and I'm the host of Sonia on Air, the celebrity podcast that unpacks pivotal moments and milestones. So I'm so excited to be joined by your audience and your fans today. So we're going to have fun.
Okay, okay. So how
Mhm.
long have you been reviewing and interviewing
Ooh.
what one, reviewing the show and then
Uh-huh.
two interviewing because I know you've had some heavy hitter celebrity guests on your channel as well.
Yeah, a career in radio, which transitioned into podcasting. So I've been doing this for about 12 years.
12 years. You're a
Yes.
vet in the game.
I'm a vet in the game. Okay. I'm not new to this,
Okay.
but I'm true to this. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm an
Okay.
ultimate fan of Love and Marriage Huntsville since season one. We're now in season 8. So every single week I'm tuned in no matter where I am.
Uh, okay. So season one to season eight has been a lot, a lot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some serious roller coasters and ups and downs of relationships and businesses and friendships. And what drew you to Love and Marriage Huntsville?
Because there aren't too many shows about love, especially Black love and
Mm,
relationships. And I'm a single woman navigating through situationships.
situationships.
Situationships. So I just really wanted to see how Carlos King and the Oprah Winfrey Network was going to chronicleize the Black narrative of Black love. So it's been pretty interesting so far.
Oh, that's deep. How the Oprah Winfrey Network and Carlos King are going to chronicleize the Black love. Well, it's been a chronicle.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it should be on the Zeus channel now, but we'll see what happens in season 10.
Ugh, uh, yeah, Lord. Ooh.
Yes.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Click the like button. Yes.
Yes, I'm new to this. So people are like, flick the likes, get your likes up. I'm like, what does that mean? Okay,
Get
I'm
the
just here to
likes
talk.
up. Get the
Yeah.
likes up. But yeah,
Subscribe and like,
uh
click the
huh.
notification button, all those things that people say in the beginning of their videos. Do all of
Yeah, do
that.
all of that. Do all of that. Get those numbers up. We are two women of color. This is a media space and we need well representation. So make sure you keep hitting that like button. Make sure that you share and make sure you subscribe.
Yes, yes, and yes, what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get
Yeah.
into it. So you watched
Hmm.
episode one.
Yes, I did.
You can give me your thoughts. I've already done a recap on that, but just a brief summary of what you felt about episode one.
Episode one started off with a bang. But before we even talk about that, I really want to address the elephant in the room. Yeah, because not enough people are talking about it. I want to address how, in my opinion, the moral fiber, the ethics of the show, the authenticity of the show, the lines are kind of being blurred with Carlos King. Like, are you the show's creator, executive producer, or are you a part of the cast? Because usually when I see show creators or executive producers, I don't see them in front of the camera all the time. And when the season 8 opened up, I mean, it was just all about Mr. Carlos King. So I don't know if he now wants to join as a cast member of Love and Marriage Huntsville. What do you think?
Well, damn. Uh,
Somebody had to say it.
what had happened
Yeah,
was
what happened?
that's interesting that that was your view. I guess because I'm in it, I didn't see it that way.
Mhm.
Because I have my own stuff going on. But
Right.
I guess you would say with his tour, he did become an intricate part of the first, I guess you would say, episode or the launch of the new season. So I don't know. I guess I have to look at it like that because I was just
Yeah.
thinking he was, starting his journey with his tour and his podcast. So somebody
Yeah,
said no
I
comment.
get
I'm
that,
with
but
you. I,
it's
I
like,
still got to work. You know what I'm saying? No, just
yeah,
play.
oh, I'll say the comments. Yeah, I know that you got to keep your job because we don't want to be singing you about to lose your job. We don't want to do that.
I hope not. For being honest, that's what we're here for.
Right. But I do understand that the tour was very important to the storyline, but the tour became the first episode of season 8. And it just was unclear to me, like, how does the season opener begin with your tour? Like, once again, are you the executive producer and the show creator, or you a cast member? I don't know.
Maybe all three.
Maybe all three, but it's just looking kind of crazy to me. I never see people who were intended to be behind the camera do both, behind the camera and in front of the camera. Like, pick a side, because it just seems as if the lines are being blurred, because now instead of being the boss, now it's like, you my friend. And when I think of you as
Oh,
my friend, like, I'm not really listening to you. I think that I have some superpowers, and we'll get into that. Some cast members who I think have superpowers on the show who feel that they are untouchable. But I just think the lines are being blurred.
I, and this is why I brought you today, because our interviews have been very uncomfortable, and now we're doing the big D combo, and I'm just,
Yeah. This is a big D combo.
yeah, you brought your big D out. You started out real
With no lube. With no lube.
big. Okay. Somebody said the fourth wall should have never been broken. Well, when you said fourth wall, I thought you were talking about my ex producer. That's where I thought you were going. But
Mm,
you address that. You address how you feel. People can put in the comments how they feel. One person said they feel like Carlos is trying to reset the show, which makes sense to them.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm,
for me, I just looked at it as a moment for him to, I guess, start the tour and introduce, how he was doing that with the people that are part of, I guess, what made him Carlos, and also a part of his franchises as well. So that's what I
mm.
think.
Well, maybe we'll see Oprah Winfrey on episode 3 and 4. Who knows?
Where
Stay tuned. Hmm.
it just got
Hmm.
real dark in here.
I'll
The
bring the light. I'll bring the light.
shade.
I'll bring the light. Not that we
Okay.
had to say it, because I don't think anybody's talking about that enough. Like, I never see the show creators or the executive producers in front of the camera with the storyline. Make it make make it make sense. I like that podcast too.
Some people said that they have been seeing that. That's in the comments. People are saying that they've been seeing that.
Mm,
Thank
yeah.
you, Lady B. Yeah, so we got these comments. Somebody said the shade. I'm telling you, girl. Huh?
No, it's just
Huh?
my opinion. It's my opinion. It's not meant to be shady at all. I'm just a woman of a particular age, and I'm straight, no chaser. It is what it is. I'm not here for
I
the
love
likes of
about you,
social media.
Sonya.
I'm just here to say how I feel, so it is what it is. So I just hope that what I said doesn't take traction and, turn into a negative connotation. But
Just your
I
thought
don't,
process on
yeah,
what you
yeah,
saw,
yeah. I
which
want to
is
see,
fair.
I want the show's creator to stay the show's creator. I don't want to see the lines blurred at all.
Mm,
Hmm,
mm.
that's it. So
Okay, well, somebody said they live
thank
for
you,
the
Ace.
honesty.
Thank you, Ace. Now let's talk about episode 2, the reason why we're here today.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So episode 2 opened up with how many cast members are there? Like 5. So I guess it's the 6th member of Love and Marriage Huntsville, Carlos King, um, with his tour.
Well, no, actually, it's way more than five. Let's be clear. There are, I want to say now for this season, it is 13.
Okay, so he's the 14th cast member. I digress. Okay. Mhm. So the 14th
I'm
member,
moving on,
it opened up
moving
with the 14th
on.
member of the Love and Marriage Huntsville cast by the name of Carlos King.
Uh-huh.
And he had Melody Rogers as his guest. And
Mhm.
then we were joined by Sonny and Moses. Yeah, the record scratched. The record definitely scratched. My whole thing is she was very aggressive. Did you even watch that episode 2? Because you weren't physically in the episode, but when I tell you, you was on everybody's tongue, child. I'm surprised your vagina just wasn't tingling a little bit, because everybody was
Might
giving
have
you
been, but
some.
it wasn't from the show. No.
Everybody had you in their mouths, honey. Everybody. So if you had a little orgasm later on because you just felt a little tingle, that was probably why. Because you were not in the room, but you was in everybody's mouth.
Yeah, I actually did. I watch the full episode because I'm trying to keep up because I'm guilty of not watching the show.
Really?
Very guilty of not watching the show.
Why? Why is
Um,
that?
because I'm busy.
I
So
get you.
I do make sure that it's recorded or the television is on if I'm there, because the first episode I was actually getting dressed and ready to go out for my birthday. So I'm like, turn the
Right.
TV on. We
Mhm.
watching there, watch a couple of scenes, and then we had to get out of there because we had
Mhm.
reservations. So this episode two, I did get a chance to catch up with most of it. So with
Mhm.
that being said, I did see that.
Okay.
Um, I was confused by the
What particularly
energy.
confused you? Because I know that she referred to you in very much disparaging ways. She called you the side piece. She said that you two were never friends. How do you feel about all those things? Because it was, unpopular opinion podcast. It was very, very weird. How did you feel about Sunny's comments?
I felt like it was unnecessary. I felt like, that was their moment to show who they were, what they were, and whatever they got going on, their business agreement or marriage or whatever the likes of it is.
Disagree.
Um, yeah. So I just felt like it was a little weird.
Yes, it was very, very weird. And this is
Somebody
what
said your vagina comment was weird.
oh my vagina. Look, who doesn't have a vagina? Even some of the men nowadays have vaginas, so it is what it is. Like vagina, vagina, vagina. We've seen them,
Oh my God.
whatever.
Okay. Go
So
ahead.
my whole thing is, once again, the lines were blurred because did you not feel protected or safe as a cast member when Carlos King allowed her to come on the tour and for that segment of the tour to be aired on episode 2? Did you not feel safe or protected as a cast member?
I felt really indifferent about it, to be honest. Really indifferent because of course, this is something that has never really happened. And then, the energy that I'm getting is crazy. I guess I probably wouldn't have felt that way if it wasn't so raw, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's already weird enough. It's already a lot. This is my real life. I know people think, oh, this is a story and this is good TV, but this is my real life. And for me to already have to process the emotions that I'm going through with this betrayal, and call it what you want to call it, then to see this woman that has said that, she's poured into me and all these other things to be so nasty.
Mm,
It's just like, what is the deal, sis?
right.
And if it makes you feel better to say that we were never friends and that we never had a relationship, if that makes you sleep better at night, then go for it.
Mm, wow. But for me, like we've built some sort of relationship over the past couple of years, and you're like a little sister to me.
Oh.
And honestly, and like I want you to really like lean in and really observe relationships and friendships a lot differently. Because I think that as women, we need to start normalizing different terms. Like
And
that's
so
not
for me,
appropriate.
when people say, because I want to clarify that,
Okay.
I have friends that I've had for decades still around. I am just like Sunny. I don't put that title and that label on
Good.
just anybody. So people were like, "Oh, Destiny's running around here just making everybody her friends." You don't know. She don't
Mm,
have no discernment. Miss me with that bullshit. I know, and I read people. Sunny and I actually had a moment at the end of the season where I call her a snake,
mm,
which is crazy because the situation with the Monica concert, she was transitioning to trying to manage me.
mm-hmm,
And when I got booked for that show, I was excited. It was my first ever, opening for a major artist like that with my first single. I've opened up for people, I've done covers, but this is with Monica. Like,
right.
come on.
That's
And
huge.
so then I started seeing flyers after I released that I was going to be performing, put my flyers out that another castmate was performing. And I'm like, wait, what? Like, what? And then I'm like, why didn't you tell me that? Like, what's up? And her thing was, um well, initially it was supposed to be filmed, and the other castmate found out when it wasn't going to be filmed. This is her words. When it wasn't going to be filmed, she didn't want to do it, but when she found out you still were doing it, she wanted to do it again. That may not be true now that I know
Mhm.
that she's can embellish stuff. But
We're talking about Melody Holt, right? Well, Melody
correct.
Rogers. Okay.
Correct.
Hmm.
And so I just I kind of went off like that's some snake shit. Like you should have let me know that that was even a possibility. I'm out here promoting, and then here I am, my first moment like this. I'm having to share it with someone. Not that I had a problem with it, because I'm not a hater, but it's
Hmm.
like I had already been dealing with trying to get out of, oh, Destiny and Melody, Destiny and Melody, Destiny and Melody, and so it's like this is a moment that I could have I guess known that. And so my previous producer that was cool with her, Nick, he was like, "Man, you hurt Sunny's feelings. Like, she really rides for you, and she, loves and cares about you, and blah 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 blah. So when you said that to you, you hurt her feelings." And so we had a moment where we got through that, right?
Hmm.
And then we continued on communicating after she was let go from the show. We continued communicating. And I have producers that I still communicate with to this day. One of them is a huge producer on Love and Hip Hop. Anytime I'm in Atlanta, I walk on set and it's like signers release, signers release.
Hmm.
um and so I didn't think it was an odd relationship to keep because it's happened before.
Okay.
And then the fact that my dude was in the city, so here I am, it's a girl I'm work with, cool with. She's trying to manage my career, and then my guy's there. That's somebody that I can kick it with while I'm there. Sorry, I got a call. That's somebody I can kick it with while I'm there, and do things with. We're running around doing business, getting money, whatever.
Hmm.
Um, or that's not the whole nother story. But so when we got through that moment, it was like my discernment was right, essentially,
Okay.
about the situation. But because I have a forgiving heart,
Hmm.
and I felt like, because other people were saying like you really hurt her feelings, um sorry, my phone keeps
That's
ringing.
okay.
You really hurt her feelings. So I was just like, oh,
Mm.
let's fix it. Let's continue
Hmm.
on and be cool. Um,
But she was acting as your
so
manager at
yes.
that time. She was
You
acting
can't
as
hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you. Nope. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me?
Can can y'all put in the chat if you can hear her or me? Because I can't hear her. I don't know if you can hear me or her. So let me know if the
I
sound went
hear
out.
you. Let me know what they say because I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, let's see.
What are they saying?
Is one they're saying they can hear us both, but I can't hear you. So I don't know if you need to
Wow.
come out and go back in.
Okay, let me try that. Let's see.
Okay. Thank y'all for being patient. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because of these calls. I'm trying to catch up to your questions, and I will get a moderator, but like I said, I got trust issues. No, I'm just kidding. Um, ain't that right? The one thing that little old Destiny, Big D Destiny wants the most is just that. I'm just been fight all my life. All my life I had to fight. um Okay, thank you, D and D. Before the next podcast, thank you. People be knowing I'm folks that know me know not to call me around this time. I don't even want to deal with. Okay, got you, Mistress J Queen. Oh, hold on. Let's see if she's coming back. She has the link, so hopefully she coming back. Y'all are on this. I listen. Um, He said she was angry like Destiny did something to her. Like, are you crazy? Girl, are you crazy? You are wrong. She was wrong, period. Yeah, I didn't. I don't know where. I don't know where this energy is coming from or why. Well, actually, I do. But I'll talk about that on Mental Mondays. Y'all check me on Mental Mondays and we're going to break down why we're getting this energy. We go.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Yay, yay, yay.
So we were talking about Sunny getting you to sing on with Monica, right? On
hmm
her concert. She was managing you at that time or about to manage you.
We were talking about it and she was just trying to show me her reach, and that was one of the moments that we had. And It was a
So for
great. It
me,
was a. Hmm?
an indication of she may not be the right fit. If she's acting in a business capacity and she's in her feelings because you voiced your opinion about the direction you wanted to take, that was an indication right there that she may not be the person for you. Because when you're working alongside someone in business, there's no room nor time for personal feelings. We're here to work, and that's that. So when someone came back to you and said, "Oh, she's upset, she's mad at what you said," that was, a red
But
flag.
that just speaks to the relationship that producers have with cast. We're with each other for almost a year. These people are in our home. She's been in my home. She's been around my kid. Like, all these things. So it's the lines can get blurred.
Yeah.
They can get blurred. And so for that space, of course I wasn't going to not do the show. I was already preparing to do the show. So when
Mhm.
that happened, the next thing that she asked me to do was another concert, and I declined because I was like, I'm investing more than I'm putting in. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm okay. And
Mhm.
then we just stayed in communication. We just stayed cool. Like, even when I would go to St. Louis, the choreographer that she introduced me to, which is an amazing person, by the way, I would just go there to dance because I just wanted to get back into like feeling sexy and being a woman again. And she was very motivational in that aspect. We had a lot in common when it came to like dealing with, co-parenting and some experiences that she had. So I would invite Sunny, like, come to the studio, whatever, whatever. We did, a couple brunches and
Mhm.
or a brunch, let's be clear.
Mhm.
So it was just like, yeah.
Well, when business and personal, in my opinion, they should just never mix.
Well,
Like
it's
if
different when you're in an artistic world because managers, they are a part of your life. When you deal with you being an artist, you can shake your head all you want, but that's how it is.
no
That's just
way.
how it is. If you were a singer, if you're an actress, these people that you work with that are your business partners, they become a part of your life. They become your family. They become an
Mhm.
extended version of people that you work with or that work for
Mhm.
you in
I
this
don't know.
sense.
Maybe that's just the Brooklyn, New York in me. Like we're just real standoffish. There's a lane for everybody. Stay in your lane. But then it also makes me think about like divulging of secrets between you and your ex Moses at the time. Like, were you telling her your secrets about your
Well,
relationship?
y'all know
Because
I'm real close and tight lipped about a lot of stuff. So I
yeah.
told what was necessary for the dynamics of what was going on within our relationship while I was filming. But again, we continued a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
Sunny and I, after she left the show, after she was let go
Mm-hmm.
from the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it was conversations where I'm like, yeah, girl, I don't know. She was trying to hook me up with other people and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. So when people are like, she told that woman all her business, I didn't tell her all of my business, but I told her enough for her not to be in this situation.
I hear you. If I'm dating someone, like I said, in a situationship, you're not even gonna know their real name. I might just tell you the first letter of their middle name. That is it. Like I'm real personal and private. Lines are not blurred or not crossed. You stay in your lane, and that's just it. We're normalizing different terms: associate, friend, that person over there that I know, and that's just it. So
Hmm.
I don't know. But let's just talk about there are a lot of meetings in episode 2. A lot of meetings. How did you feel about the conversation between Martel and his mother? Did you see that?
I did not.
So when they were talking about him being arrested, the warrant, domestic V, and the text messages threatening to send the porn that
So I'm gonna
he had.
stop you, Sonya, because I don't want to discuss them. I only want to discuss what I'm a part of, and that's the
Okay.
season that I'm in. Just, just,
Okay.
just to let
But
you
like
know.
I said, you were all over episode 2. Okay, so we'll get to another conversation or another
Okay.
meeting in episode 2. There
Okay.
was a conversation that Tisha and Kimmy had with Sunny about you. I live
Okay.
for it. I live for it because I love to see two women having your back on the show. Tisha was with all the smoke. She wanted it all. She was here for it. That's what I
That's the
like to
Tisha
see.
I know. That's the Tisha y'all don't know.
That's what I like to see. I love to see when Tisha just stepped up to the occasion. She had a backbone. There was some bass in her voice, and she was matter of factly all in defense of you. How did you feel about that conversation?
um, So since we talk for real, I already knew that was coming, and I was like, in my mind, I kept saying, I wanted. I know, and not even in my mind. I said, "Did you have us really? Did y'all really have my back?
They did.
Did y'all really? What y'all really say? You gonna see it? You gonna see it?" I'm like, mm-hmm.
They did.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, I was proud of that moment. I was proud of that moment. And I
Mm,
felt like, any real friend or any real woman in that situation would have felt the same way.
yeah. Yeah. So true. So true. So, I'm glad that you're back this season. But myself, I'm an avid fan, like I said. Um, we wanted you back on the show. But had it
Hmm.
not been for this storyline of Moses marrying your ex-producer, do you think that you would have ever been invited back to Love and Marriage Huntsville?
This is where I would love to debunk people giving credit to somebody else bringing me back to a platform that I was already motherfucking on. Okay? Let's be clear. I was called last season back, and I actually filmed last season
Hmm.
multiple times towards the end of the season. um didn't air. I guess they didn't want to bring me back that way. So I was already in conversations again to come back for this season before this mess hit the airwaves. So missing with somebody gave me a storyline, because who the hell would want to come back to a storyline about their ex being with their ex producer? Y'all some fools to think that somebody wanted that to be their story. Second of all, and then people saying, "Well, why you come back? You shouldn't have came back. They're embarrassing you." They're not about to be out here talking and speaking on my name and telling a story without me being a part of it. I've been there
Mm,
with this show before, and it's
mm.
never gonna happen again. So y'all can say what y'all want to. I'm gonna be cashing that check, and I'm gonna be speaking my mind.
So, what else will we see this season that involves your storyline outside of this love
But now I
triangle?
can't give that away.
I thought I would
But you're
ask.
gonna see Destiny life going on. Life goes on. Life
Mm,
goes on. And honestly and truthfully, people, I've seen the comments, why did you have to say, go talk to this man he married? Why you want to talk? I didn't want to talk to them people. Let's
mm,
be clear. Let's be clear. I
mm,
didn't seek a conversation with now one of them. I do not live in St. Louis, and
mm.
they do not live here. But guess where the show films? So who had to come to who?
That's true. They had to come to you. They had to come to you. That's right. Let them know. Let them know she did not
Y'all gonna
bring you
stop
back
playing with
on the
me. Y'all got
show.
me in a broken space, and I
Big
was trying to figure out
D.
who the hell I was last season, last time y'all saw me, but no more. Find somebody else to play with respectfully or disrespectfully.
Big D convo. I love it. I love it. But for me, if it was me, I would be a little bit uncomfortable with the first two episodes of season 8 thus far because that's your personal life. How do
Yeah.
you feel about the first two episodes thus far?
It's so crazy because you film, and then you have those emotions in a moment, and I know a lot of reality stars say this, but then you watch it again and you have those same emotions, and then there are even more because you hear what the other folks said. So I've been cussing a little bit, just a little bit. No, you motherfucker, you a mother lie. But then you have the reunion. That's where
Mm-hmm.
you get to say how what you felt about all the things that you get to see for the next how many ever episodes. So for
Mm-hmm.
me, it's like it's a roller coaster ride because I also know what's happened and y'all don't.
Right.
So,
Oh, wow. Uh, well, I'm going to ask you something else, kind of
oh
off
Lord.
topic. Yeah, I got to ask. I got to ask because I was driving. Girl, it took me 2 hours to get to Brooklyn from the Bronx today. Well, two and a half to be exact. But I turned on the radio and I heard that today Martell was convicted of those charges. You're his friend. What can you say about that?
That I'm praying for the both of them, and I wish healing.
I hear you. You're kind of in the same predicament, just a little bit, because your ex husband, he also had you arrested and charged.
A lot of it, not a little bit.
Yeah. How do you feel when an ex lover or an ex husband decides to go that route? And do you think that you would ever get to a place where you would have someone that you are married to or deeply in love with incarcerated?
The crazy part about it is you never know what you'll do until you're in that moment. For me, my thought process on, and I sometimes have to fight with my therapist and life coach about this. my uh, my heart won't let me. Like as
Mm,
much, I mean, I could literally have things right now. I could literally pull that trigger right now,
mhm,
and my heart won't let me.
mm.
I
Mm,
get mad sometimes, and it's. I always go back to thinking about that little boy, and it's like, as much as I feel like I have to eat a lot of stuff, and it's unfair. Um, you got to make me cry. I'll do whatever I can to make sure that that kid is good and that he doesn't have to feel any of this. And I pray that we can get to a better space before he really knows.
mhm.
So, yeah,
Is your ex-husband involved or an active parent in Law's life right now?
he's active.
Okay, I'm gonna read between the lines. Yeah, I'm gonna read between the lines because I'm a parent myself, so I definitely understand mother language. Okay, I speak English, a little bit of Spanish, and a lot of mother.
Yeah, yeah, he's active, he's active.
Got it, got it. So you briefly mentioned your friendship with Tisha, which is it looks real. Do you
Hold
have?
on. Well, I gotta say that misbehaving said it. Originally I say no, but if he has me locked up, I have to have him arrested too. Girl, I've had some thoughts. But when you're in a space of trying to, one, fight criminal charges that were dismissed, by the way, and my arrest went viral, but my dismissal is very
Mm,
quiet. It's a whispers in the streets.
always.
Um, please do not say anything that might set you back in your court case. Thank you, checking on you, boo. I ain't said nothing. But the truth. Um, so yeah, with that being said, I just the focus is let's get through this. My focus is not how can I get back. My focus is let's get through this. Let's make sure that I can, um keep my mind so I can be present for my kid. Um and just get through it. And I thank God for the outcome. I thank God for and I learned so much about the system. Like you can literally just go swear for a warrant and anybody can get arrested.
Yeah.
And
But
I didn't know
that's what I
that.
wanted.
Like,
That's what I wanted to talk about too, because I said, so many people talked about, like, just talking about Martell. They talked about the arrest. I'm just talking. I'm like, we're not going to address the criminal justice system, which is flawed. Because how can
as
you
hell.
have a warrant out for so long and you not even know it? And then also, you were criminalized for the entire world to see, but no one highlighted the justice that you received. To me, that was sad. I
Yeah,
didn't
and I'm
like
still
any of
having
that.
to fight it. Like now, I'm having to get my TSA privileges back. I had to, file my, send letters to the commission to let them know that I have been arrested for my real estate license, then send them dismissal so that I can be back active. Like it's not a game. Like those things go out and they're people say guilty until proven innocent. No, I mean, innocent until proven guilty. I said it right the first time. It's guilty
Yeah.
until proven innocent.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then, for me, um, my presence is a part of my job. So if you
Mhm.
think that this is who I am, how many people booking? How many people are
Mhm.
booking me? So
Mhm.
just in retrospect to just the system itself, it's crazy. It is crazy, and it's a process. And it's a money grab. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you go down there, certain things that kind of line to get you a warrant. It's not like, oh, you're guilty, you got a warrant. It's like, oh, this is what I swear to, and
Mhm.
this is what I will testify to, and they go get a warrant. And then you go through the process and you have to pay to go through the process.
Right. Wow. I just want to read this comment from Checking You Boo, who said, protect your mind and heart. How are you doing that, considering all that you have gone through, the public scrutiny and opinion who act like they know you? How are you protecting your mind and your heart
Um
besides therapy?
Besides therapy, I got back into, and I know people throw God out there, and I really hate when people use God with their mess, but
Mhm.
this is real. I
Mhm.
really had to start back journaling, and I started journaling prayers. And that was that has lifted a lot of load off of me in therapy. I know you said besides therapy, I have a therapist. I actually started going to specific therapy for trauma, and I didn't know that
Yes.
that existed.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to therapy before, but actually going to trauma based therapy has been different. And then I have a therapist, life coach. She's my life coach, but she's a licensed therapist as well. So having the both of my therapist and my life coach, who's a professional therapist, on speed dial is very helpful.
Got it. So,
And a lot of prayer, and then also going into a space of being grateful for what I have and not for what I'm not focusing on what I'm going through, because
mm-hmm.
I should have been Looney Tunes. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. We would have had a room right next door to each other. I would have been banging on the wall. To see if you out.
Yes, yes.
But I'm glad that you have some devices and mechanisms in place to protect your heart and your mind. What have you learned about yourself so far?
Um, Thank you. Checking on it. Journaling prayer has been so beneficial for me, and I like to shout out to the psychologists, counselors, and therapists. Shout out to them,
Yes.
for sure. And y'all check
Mhm.
out my Mental Mondays, because we are dealing with mental health and
Mm.
all the good things that you need to have the tools to be able to navigate this crazy world. But um, what was the question?
What have you learned about yourself
Oh,
after
okay.
going through the trauma therapy, the regular therapy, journaling, and prayer? What have you learned about yourself?
I learned that I go through extreme traumatic situations with no emotions. Um, and I saw that in myself the last season. It was like, for Madani, for example, the relaunch. Um, I was there, but I wasn't there. And I was, because I was triggered. And so I do this thing where I leave my body,
Mhm. Mhm.
and to people it's off-putting because it looks like she's got a stank attitude and she don't care about nothing, but that's my
Mhm.
survival mode.
Right.
That's my tactic to disconnect. One, so I don't blow that mother up. That's the first take. And then the other part is just protecting, because I do have um I have a very tough exterior because I've been through a lot of shit,
Right.
and that's how I protect myself. So yeah, I've learned that about myself. I learned that it's okay to be vulnerable, because I'm a thug. It's okay to cry. It's okay to really live out loud what you're dealing with, and because I am a private person, I baby step that. Um, but yeah,
Mm.
and that mental health is very, very, very,
Yeah,
very,
it is
very,
very
very
important.
important.
Very important. So I'm going to ask the question again because I don't think that you answered it before about the relationships, the authentic and organic relationships on the show outside of Tisha. Who else do you have strong connections with on the show?
On the show, okay, yeah. So I talk to everybody. I do. I talk to everybody. I have relationships with everyone on the cast. Um, I would say, of course, Tisha, Stormy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people don't know, like, that's my dog.
Mm.
And I always talk about how we went from that's what's up to this what's up. That's what's up.
Yes.
So I adore Stormy. Be having our little moments, but I adore Stormy.
Mm.
Miss Nell, she gonna always cuss me out and put me in my place, and Queen B, I'll be like, all right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
um, Everybody. I don't really nobody that I don't talk to. Actually, I'm gonna be late. I'm supposed to be meeting Tisha and Trish, the new guest, for dinner in a minute.
Oh, so when
Yeah.
will we see the new cast member? What
I
episode
think she's gonna be in the next episode.
is that? Your personal trainer, is that the one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so
Oh,
crazy. I was training with her and didn't even know she was on the show, because after I found out, be honest with you, after I found out the Moses and Sunny thing, I was like, I ain't coming back. So it was weeks they were filming, and I was like, I ain't coming back. Hell no. And so I'm working out with her. She's not even telling me that she's on the show, like
wow.
filming. It was crazy, and I guess they told her not to. So when I
Uh-huh.
saw her, it would be organic.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, Tisha tried to introduce me to her. Like, yeah, I got this trainer I'm working with. And we walked up to her in the gym. She turned around. I'm like, girl, that's my trainer.
Nice. But I'm glad
Yeah,
that you mentioned that you and Stormy, just rebuilt what was broken. And now you have a relationship. I love Stormy too. I love her on the show. I look at her brand on social media and I think that she is a powerful Black woman.
inspiration,
She's amazing.
inspiration.
Amazing. What about your relationship with Melody? Has that gotten any better or is it still the same?
Cordial.
Cordial. But you know what? But that's cool. We need to normalize that too. Like everybody just ain't gonna get along,
That's
and
what I
that
be talking
is
about. I'm sorry.
okay.
Did everybody say, can I tell my story without y'all bringing up Mel and Martell? Can it not be about them? I feel you, girl. Then they be like, why she always talking about me? Y'all always asking me.
Because that's the storyline that we see. When we see you, then it goes to Mal, then we see the tension between you two. So they're all kind of intertwined. This is why I'm saying sometimes the lines are blurred. And we have
Mhm.
to ask these questions, but we need to normalize when friendships can get to a resolve and when friendships just stay broken. That is okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. So if you were to rate episode 2 on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
Well, these episodes coming in hot. I will be honest with you. The newer aspect of Love and Marriage, the newer faces, the newer um stories, it's refreshing. So I
Hmm.
would say I went in it, so it's a 0. So let's be clear. Start there. But if I was in it, it would have been a 10.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. That's right. That's right. Talk your talk. All right. I love
Oh,
it. Well, I'm definitely going to be tuned in for the remainder of this season. What does this person say? Jane, I don't know. That's just too much. We want to know about Destiny. Yes, we do want to know about Destiny. That's why we're here. We're
Miss
here.
Bernie asked me what happened to my candle. My candle
Yeah.
is on my website, madanibeauty.com. I had some orders on Mental Mondays. Thank y'all so much.
Mm,
I actually just had my assistant come in and pick up those orders. So for you, those of you that have reached out to me about when they're going to be shipped, you should be getting your alerts tomorrow.
mm.
And your packages should be to you by Monday.
And I want to
So
talk
yeah,
about
so
another
I still
product.
have my
Another product you have. I think something for your eyebrows,
Oh,
right?
the brow growth serum. I have to let my graphics guy go back in because when he redid my website, he took it off. But it's
Okay.
funny because I got an order for that a couple weeks ago too. So we still have the brow growth serum. That's been around forever, and it is an amazing product. And we have the Madani Reignite candles. Those candles are very very special. They are going to be a one time, not a one time thing, but I plan to continue to launch those or restock those every October
Oh.
because of me putting my broken pieces back together, which symbolizes it is a candle symbolizes that. Um, I want to make sure I start in October so that a portion of the proceeds continue to go to the Domestic Violence Coalition of
Mm,
Alabama and my new nonprofit as well. We work together. They absolutely work with me through my domestic violence journey, and I'm so grateful to be able to be in a space to be able to give back. And so those candles will be um, we have them now, so we're selling them. So they're not out, but y'all sell them out. But we
mm.
will relaunch them every October, and we'll make sure that portion of the proceeds go to helping women and men that are survivors
And where can we
and
get the candle
children.
again? Where can we get the candle again?
Let me see. I know how to do this now. Wait a minute. I know how to do
Uh-oh.
this.
Oh, ooh! Go, Destiny.
Ooh,
Go,
ooh,
Destiny. Go,
ooh.
go.
Yeah, so you can get it at madanibeauty.com. I'm still Madani Beauty all day long. That brand means everything to me. As I don't know if many people may not know, but Madani is my grandmother and my father's name. So I'm paying homage to, I love all of my family. It doesn't leave out any of my family, but that name came to me, and every business that I've had has held that name, and I've had a lot. People think the
Nice.
beauty supply store was my first go round. Now, no, that was my first big brick and mortar.
Hmm.
But yeah, so yeah, MadonnaBeauty.com. The candles are available. I'm also launching a home fragrance line and body fragrance line as well. You will be getting into that very, very soon. I am working on
Nice.
a launch for that as well. I have it on right now. It smells so good.
I smell it. It
Whew.
smells good. Smell
It
good.
smells so good.
I
You know, I
like
got
it.
the shower. I didn't got my shower, got myself together because I knew I was gonna run out of here to go eat. And so I can't wait to share that with y'all. And it's gonna be so dope. I just can't wait for y'all to see all of the things that I have coming in soon.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
excited.
excited because, like I said, you just rejoined the show. We are so interested in your storyline. We are cheering and rooting you on. Continued success to you. And thank you so much for inviting me to do this with you this
Thank
evening.
you,
I
girl.
really
You
had
had
a
me over
lot of
here
fun.
sweating, so I know I gotta bring you back. You be having them uncomfortable conversations, baby. What's
Invite
up,
me back
boo?
anytime you want to. I definitely want to come on your what is it, Mental Mondays?
Mental Mondays. Oh yeah. So Mental Mondays is I do that and I absolutely want to start inviting guests to be able to speak because that is a healing space. You know, we talk
Yeah.
about mess over here and we get a little messy because life is messy on Mental Mondays, but we really want to make sure that we're giving tools. We want to make sure that we're giving hope because
Hmm.
this world is it could get heavy and we are in a very self-centered world right now, very selfish, and people don't I'm not gonna say everybody because I still believe in humanity and people like really caring about folks and loving
Hmm.
them. um and so I really want to make sure that it's a space for people to get some healing. So yeah,
Yes,
come join us.
I
You know, I
will.
have
I
the
will.
Unbreakable podcast. I actually am going to be filming at the end of this month, and I'm going to be consistent with that. I know y'all been asking for that. I
But
actually just got a deal with a production company, so we're going to be on local television as well.
you
So
better
we're working
work.
on that.
You
Huh?
better go, girl.
Yeah, so
What's
I'm
up?
excited and I'm busy because
That's
I be
what's up.
tired, but I got to be a mama and I got to pay bills. I got to take care of this beautiful little boy that is
We
my
love it.
everything, and my
Love
daddy
it.
too because he always asking for stuff. But it's the
We
only one
love
I
it.
got, so he gonna get it. So
We love
yeah.
it. We see you opening up a lot more. This is what the audience wanted to hear and see. We're welcoming you with open arms. So thank you so much.
Mm.
And speaking of Mental Mondays, just to add a bit to that conversation, I'm about to go on my mental break because every evening when I'm done with work, I go for a reflection walk
Oh,
along
I
the
love that.
way. Hmm.
I
With
love
my daughter.
that.
So that's how I unpack, unwind for the day, and just self reflect and get ready for the next day.
I love that. So for me, for some reason I'm getting better though. I always wake up at like 4:30 in the morning, no matter
Mm,
what time I fall asleep. So that's like I said, okay, God, that's my time to like pull out my journal and write. You know, I have my little Bible or Bible app on. So I'm like, okay, the scripture of the day. That's what I'm gonna write, and then whatever else I'm feeling. I used to get into walking when I before I sold my last house. But now I go to the gym, girl. I be in there like hard. Not hard, but I go in there and I do something at least three,
good,
4 times a week, and I'm in the sauna at least 3, 4 times a week, and be sweating out
good.
my good hair, you know. But I feel like it's necessary to work. You know, people can be fine on the outside, but it's
Hmm.
also necessary to work your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, everything because
Yeah,
it's hard out here for a pill,
it
and
is.
you got
It
to make
is.
sure that every part of you is in shape.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, those are great final thoughts and last words. So, once again, thank you for having me on.
Thank you for having me. Where can they find you? What do you have going on? What can you plug? You know, what people need to know about you, this beautiful black woman.
Oh,
Which
thank you
I brought you on. I'm gonna say this. I brought you on because you had reached out to me about interviews early on in my career, and you have always been very neutral, very fair, and very real. I mean, certain things that people would be afraid to say about certain stories and casts, you didn't have a problem with it, even to me. So I appreciate that about you. As y'all can see on this live day, she don't care.
Yeah, I don't. That's the Brooklyn, New York in me. We're straight no chaser, but you can catch my podcast streaming on YouTube at Sonya on Air. I'm also streaming across every major streaming platform: Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, you name it. Sonya on Air is
Find
there.
on air.
So just more celebrity interviews. I just finished the interview yesterday with Dr. Dawn Lewis, who played Julissa Vincent on A Different World. So
Yes. Okay. Okay.
just
Okay.
more celebrity interviews coming up. So just make sure that you stay tuned to Sonya on Air.
Do you want to take any questions before we go?
We can. We
Okay,
can.
y'all don't get crazy and don't be asking me nothing about nobody else. This is my big D combo.
We can.
Okay.
I definitely
Mental
want to hear what they
Mondays
have to say.
is 7 p.m. Central. Somebody asked what time is Mental Mondays? 7 p.m. Central. I love you back. Can you see the questions? Are you able to scroll
No,
and
I don't see any questions.
so you only see what I get to
Oh,
put
I
up
do
there?
see them now. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh. Oh, my IG is Sonya underscore on air. SANYA underscore on air. Okay. SANYA. They asked, how do I spell my name?
Okay, do I need to put that up there?
Yeah. Like I put it on my name, but I think when you cut the screen, it took off my name.
Oh, okay. When I change the camera angle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because my handle, it should be on the bottom.
So it's Sonya on air, just at Sonya on air, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. What is Miss Sonia's YouTube link? Oh, thank you, baby. You make me feel like an auntie. Okay. Miss
That's
Son-
right, right?
yes, that's it right there. Did Moses? Oh, someone asked, did Moses ever break up with you? His story has changed a few times. That's from Mood Maker's Home Decor. Did he ever break up with you, or did he just exit stage left silently?
Um,
Girl, you know how they do. They just slither to the side and on to the next panani. That's it.
let's just say this. He wouldn't let me break up with him.
What what does that
Stay
mean?
tuned.
Mm. Girl, you got that yummy, 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 yummy.
Crazy. Somebody said don't answer. You heard from the man's mouth.
Mm, mm. Okay. All
This
right.
is still
Let's
my
see.
boyfriend. Well,
Girl, when you got the yummy, yummy, they never want to leave. Ever. And just because he's married, it doesn't mean a thing. Hmm. Hmm. Mother has lived. I know how they operate.
not my monkey, not my show. Not my monkey, not my show.
Exactly. Let him go over there. That's somebody else's problem. Someone else's problem. So it just made room for your greatness and someone to love you organically, wholly, and truly.
And you
That's
know
it.
what? I take love the way that is given in the moments, and I just want people to know that I'm not walking around here jaded. I am dating. I was on a date yesterday. Let's be clear.
Oh.
And living my life, and life goes on. You go through heartbreak, and it is what it is.
So wait, are you dating multiple people or are you dating just one person?
Where my what, yeah, multiple. Ain't no,
Oh,
I ain't got time.
go Destiny. Go Destiny. I love
Dating doesn't
her.
mean sleeping with before y'all start
It
y'all own
sure does
storylines.
not. It
Stop
sure
playing with me.
does not.
My vagina is not community.
Okay. Enjoy yourself. And I think this is what, you're in your 30s, right?
Sure.
I believe that's when you should be, dating, looking at relationships a little bit differently with the prospect of marriage. But have fun, child. Have fun.
I am, and so I actually before marriage, that's how I dated. Like we date, if we're not exclusive, you have free reign. I ask for honesty. That's all I ask for.
Situationship. That's what I call them. It's just a situationship. That's it.
Hmm. Have a
It's
good
not a
time.
relationship. We just in a situation. That's it.
Situation. But when you ask me to be committed to you and we agree to do that I take that a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. And
Yeah.
I don't play around in committed relationships and definitely not marriage or engagements. I don't play around like that. So
I know. But
contrary
so
to
many
popular lies.
no. But so many people want to play
uh
around in relationships. This is making me even think like I might just have dudes sign an NDA. I'm so
and
serious.
do I
I'm so
learn and
serious.
do
I'm very serious about that.
and
An
do
NDA.
yes. It's crazy. Everybody,
Yeah,
you want to do what? You want to touch my toes? Sign this NDA. You want to do my
exactly.
toes? Sign this NDA. Because people
But
just people out here, it's just you. You couldn't have told me that I would be having this conversation about my ex. You could have paid me to believe this. You could not have paid me.
trust that's the story of so many women nowadays. We just get blindsided. That's why I'm like, date and have fun, because these men out there, they doing what they want to do, and we have to change our mindset. Have fun, date until they put a ring on it, darling. Mm-mm,
Absolutely.
mm-mm.
Now, if we say we're in a committed relationship, even if we're working towards that, like I'm not gonna be outside with nobody else. Now, if we get to a point where it's like, hey, this ain't working, then I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm checked out
Right,
of this thing. I'm
right,
back
right.
outside.
Yeah, yeah. But even like I said, I just need the contract of marriage. Until then, like we're just on through the motions, playing house.
Period. I'm trying
Period.
to see if there's any questions that I can actually
That's
answer.
right. How do you pronounce that? But the Shahid, and that's how you date. Let's normalize Black women dating and having fun. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Somebody being nosy. Mood Maker's home decor said, "Was he paying your bills?" He kind of insinuated that. What woman has a man that don't pay their bill? Where they do that at? That was my man. Where they do that at?
We're
Where
grown
they do
women.
that at? We struggle by ourselves. Like what the hell?
Right, right. If he was there, let's see. I believe. Okay, I believe in dating until marriage. Let's get to know people before we lock it down. Exactly. Exactly. Like I'm doing
Agreed.
a Google search, a background check. I'm going through your social media. Like I'm doing my own investigation, because what you're telling me is not definitely what I need to know. So I'm going to find out what I need to know.
Yeah. Because you get the representative. And that's I think
You
that's
sure
another reason
do.
why the situation is a little like, what the hell? Because it's somebody I've known. I
Right.
didn't need a representative. Like I know this man. Like I
Mm,
really know him. And I'm watching him and I'm like,
wow. But
yeah,
I remember you said something to me before about your ex-husband. Who you marry is not the same man that you divorce. And I was like,
100.
that is so true.
100.
That is so
Anybody
true.
and that's in a marriage, I'm sure that they even I was just talking to a my assistant and he's going through a breakup and he was like, I just never imagined this person being this angry. Like and like physical. Like I'm like, yikes. And I
Mm,
met the person too, and I'm like, you don't people are like, oh, that person would never. That person's lying. You don't know these people.
you don't.
You don't have no idea what goes on behind closed
You
doors.
sure don't. You sure don't. I mean, I want to know your blood type. I want to know what slave ship your ancestors came on. I want to know it all. I want to
I know that's
know.
right. I know that's right.
So I know that you have to get to dinner, right? You're going to dinner with
Yes.
Tisha and who else?
And Trish.
Oh, nice. Well, tell them about Sonya on there and let them know that I would definitely love to have them on my show.
Okay. Okay, I'll let
Okay,
them
because
know.
I've been trying to book Tisha for a while. Like we had her confirmed, something happened, and so I don't know. So I need to bring her back.
She be like
Oh, I know, I know, I know, I know. But you go ahead to your dinner. I don't know if you're going to stay on, but I'm going to head out so I can
Oh
go
no,
on my
I'm out of here.
reception.
I'm out of here. Thank you so much for coming on Big D Convos. I can't wait to have you back.
Yes, honey. Invite me back anytime you
I'm
want.
gonna need
And
my fan next time. Cause I'm over here
always
sweating, my
trust
underarms
me.
sweating. You just
Anybody who
came
hangs
in hot.
around me, they're like, okay, let me know if we need bail money tonight. So I'm just that type of Brooklyn girl. I don't know, but your audience and your fans, the questions were amazing. They always show up and show out for you. I'm glad to see you getting the support that you deserve.
Oh, I appreciate that.
All
Cause
right.
they used to be they still be on me, but they used to be on me, baby. Like y'all don't even know me. But
Right.
it's all
Right.
good. I take it with a grain of salt. Eventually everything that's true comes to the light.
Amen to that. Amen.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
take care.
Love y'all back. Thank y'all for joining Big D Convos. Y'all see me again on Monday for Mental Mondays, and y'all see Big D Convos as well next week.
Did you
So
say dick?
y'all have fun, huh?
Did you say dick just now? You said dick.
You so nasty. I did not. It sounded
You
like I did,
did.
but I was saying Big D. Big
Oh,
D means big destiny. Okay, it ain't all about dingaling. Get out your. What is wrong with you? Get off of here. Go to bed.
I told you I'm in situationships. Bye, girl.
Bye. Big D was I see.
Get out of here.